reasons why I chose coffee. First, I drink it every day. It is a very popular drink not only in America but in the rest of the world as well. It can bring two people together in a way that not all foods can. The phrase, "let's grab coffee," is very common and implies a certain social connection between two people. This coffee-loving trend is not a new one, however. Although the origin of coffee is not known, there is a legend that the coffee bean was first discovered in Ethiopia. A goat herder is said to have discovered the beans after his goats ate berries off a tree. They became extremely energetic and the herder knew something unique was happening. This is the point when the popularity started. Eventually, coffee cultivation began on the Arabian Peninsula. By the 16th century, coffee was well known in Persia, Egypt, Syria, and Turkey. Coffee houses became more popular too. Over time, coffee houses became so important for exchanging information they were referred to as schools of the wine. By the 17th century, coffee continued to grow in popularity and came to Europe. Some people were suspicious of coffee and called it bitter invention of Satan. Penny universities became a popular term in England for coffee houses because one could purchase a cup of coffee for 1 cent and engage in academic conversation. Eventually, coffee replaced beer and wine as common breakfast beverages. In the 17th century, coffee was brought to current-day New York. Tea remained the most popular drink in the New World up until the Boston Tea Party, which would change the favorite American drink forever. Thomas Jefferson even said, "Coffee, the favorite drink of the civilized world." Today, coffee can be found on almost every street corner. Coffee represents a busy and active lifestyle. By carrying a travel mug with you, you make a statement that says, "I'm so busy, I need this to keep me going, and I don't even have enough time to sit down and drink it in one place." Coffee is still used in social settings, such as coffee houses, like it was in the past as well. It is the centerpiece of human connection. Coffee and culture is in the morning routine. The absence of that first morning drink has the power to alter and even ruin an entire day. That brings me to my last point, that for some, coffee is an addiction that is socially acceptable. It seems like so many people are addicted to caffeine, it is outside of cultural norms to not be addicted. There is little to no nutritional value in coffee. For every 8-ounce cup of black coffee, there are only 2 calories, 0.3 grams of protein, and no carbs or fat. The 2 micronutrients with the highest content are potassium with 0.1 grams and magnesium with only 7 milligrams. Most people are not drinking it for magnesium or potassium, but rather for its caffeine content, which is 95 milligrams of caffeine. What people are not aware of is that coffee plants actually produce cherry-like fruits. The coffee bean we all know and love is the seed at the center of the cherry, which is then removed from the cherry fruit and dried out. There are a number of ways to take the grounds and turn them into a beverage to be enjoyed by all. The first and most common household option is to brew the coffee. It is placed in a filter and water is poured over the top of the popular choice is espresso. Similar to regularly brewed coffee, water is pushed through the grounds, but in a highly pressurized environment, creating a more concentrated liquid. Finally, coffee can be mixed directly with the grounds, and then the grounds are removed from the liquid using a French press. After the coffee is made, there are a number of ways to enjoy it. You can enjoy plain black coffee or add cream and sugar if you so desire. Pour over, which is basically a manual coffee pot. Espresso can be enjoyed plain or add water and you have an Americano. With steamed milk is a latte, or with foamed milk is a cappuccino. Or you can always use a French press. Brought in a coffee lover and expert, my friend Megan, to share some of her thoughts on all things coffee. So Megan, why do you think coffee is culturally relevant?
It seems like coffee is everywhere. There isn't a point in the day where coffee isn't present.
So true, Megan. So how often do you enjoy coffee?
I drink a cup of coffee every single day.
How do you think coffee has changed over time?
I do think Starbucks has created a new trend with coffee and made it a part of a popular medium.
Okay, last question. Does coffee have any other meanings in your life?
It's something my mom and I have always bonded over. We sit and chat with our coffee and just spend time catching up.
Thank you all for watching and learning about all things coffee. Next time you enjoy your cup of bitter invention by Satan, don't forget to thank the goat herder for bringing you your favorite morning treat.
Created using Powtoon.